Hello there. Today is day 23 of the magic with me, Shelli Rage. I'm doing the very day, The Secret, the Magic by Rhonda. Now, this is just a challenge for me. I really just believe in it, so that's why I do it, and that's why I go through it every day. Um, it's very helpful, so that's why I figured let's come join me. Make it fun. You can also follow if you are looking for the instructions. If you can't get it while I'm reading them out loud, you can just go right to my Instagram and it's Shelli Rage Beauty at Instagram. Just hop on there. Every day I'm posting the bit that I read, the instructions, and what day it is. So you can check it out. You can see my day as I go. I just clip one or two pictures afterwards. But anyway, today is day 23, the magic air you breathe. Again, if you haven't gotten this book and you want to follow along, you can. It's awesome. All right, so you're going to do your day one, which we all know is uh, the 10 lists that you do. Like I said, you could do 3, you could do 5, you could do 10, whatever you have time for. I have a busy schedule myself, so I haven't been able to do it. I've been able to do it, but I only do a few, 3, sometimes 5, a lot times 10 when I have the time, but usually it could be like 3 or 5, and that's okay. You do what you can, but at least you're starting your day off with gratitude. So that's what we're doing. You say why, and also thank you, thank you, thank you, 3 times, threefold. All right, so today you're going to take 5 times today to stop and to think about the glorious air that you breathe. Remember, we need air to breathe. Take 5 deliberate breaths and feel the feeling of air moving inside your body and feel the joy of breathing it out. The third thing, after you have taken your 5 breaths, say the magic words. Thank you for the magical air that I breathe. Be as grateful as you can for the precious, life-giving air that you breathe. And 4, you're going to go to sleep. You're going to get your magic rock before your sleep. You're going to whisper in it, tell it what was your best thing that happened today, because I'm sure that there's good things that happen. Yeah, there could be bad, it could be really bad, but be grateful for the things that are good. Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit from The Secret, the Magic by Rhonda Bryan. So, the magic air that you breathe. It is quite possible to leave your home for a walk in the early morning air and return a different person. Enchanted. That was Mary Ellen Chase from 1887 to 1973. She was a writer and educator. So, if someone had told me a few years back to be grateful for the air that I breathe, I would have thought the person was crazy. I wouldn't have made a bit of sense to me why the earth would anyone be grateful for the air they breathe. But as my life changed from using gratitude, the things that I took for granted or didn't give a second thought about became an absolute miracle to me. I went from sweating the small stuff in my little world and day-to-day life to opening my eyes and thinking about the bigger picture and wonder of the universe. As the great scientist Newton said, when I look at the solar system, I see Earth at the right distance from the sun to receive the proper amount of heat and light. This did not happen by chance. Those words made me think more and more about the bigger picture. It's not an accident that there's a protective atmosphere surrounding us, and that beyond it, there's no air or oxygen. It's not an accident that the trees give off oxygen so that our atmosphere is continuously replenished. It's not an accident that our solar system is perfectly placed, and that if it were anywhere else in the galaxy, we would most likely be devastated by cosmic radiation. There are thousands of parameters and ratios that support life on Earth. All of them are a knife edge, and they're fine-tuned is so critical that a fraction of a difference in any of these parameters or ratios would make life unlivable on planet Earth. It is difficult to believe any of these things could have happened by accident. It would seem that they are perfectly designed, perfectly placed, and perfectly balanced for us. When the realization hits you that all of these might not be on accident, and that the balance of every microscopic element surrounding Earth and on Earth is in perfect harmony to support it, you will feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude for life because of all it has done to sustain you. The magical air that you breathe is not an accident or a fluke of nature. When you think about the enormity of what had to take place in the universe for us to have air, and you then take a breath, breathing air into your body becomes breathtaking in every sense of the word. We take one breath after another and never give a thought to the fact that there is always air for us to breathe. Yet oxygen is one of the most plentiful elements in our body, and as we breathe, it feeds every cell in our body so that we can continue to live. The most precious gift in our life is air, because without it, none of us would last more than a few minutes. Something to think about. I always think about that because my father had a hard time breathing. He had issues with his lungs, and he sometimes would have to use an oxygen tank because he was unable to breathe. Whether it be the heat, the cold, everything would bother him. And it's insane to think that if you had to use that to live, like, you shouldn't take that for granted, because some people can't. Some people have to live with a mask on, whether whatever a trauma or smoking cigarettes. Air is very precious. And with this, it tells you it's all perfectly aligned. It is true. We have trees that help us, and we help them by letting out the oxygen. So it's a whole system of harmony that live together, that are tied together. So today, that's what you're going to do. Tomorrow is day 24. We're almost there. It's almost time to say goodbye. But that's okay, because we're going to do it, continue to do it, and I hope you have a magical day. Thanks. Toodles.